It's like when they're little and they get sick. You'd give anything in the world to trade places with them so they don't have to suffer. And then to think you're the cause of it.
How are you the cause of it?
It's in his blood, this miserable fucking existence.
You've heard of The Sopranos. It didn't just define a generation of television, it rewrote what television performances were allowed to look like. However, we are not going to just look at why the show is so good. That's been done countless times. Instead, this is about one of television's most dangerous and honest performances, that of James Gandolfini and his role as Tony Soprano. Gandolfini's first major role in film was that of Virgil, a violent thug who appeared in the film True Romance. He has stated that one of his major inspirations for this character was a previous friend of his who was a hitman. He received critical praise for his role in the film. He continued to act in masculine roles throughout the mid-90s, including films such as Crimson Tide, Get Shorty, and The Juror. These roles cemented his talent as an actor and the ferocious nature of his performances. His menacing physicality gives his emotional vulnerability in The Sopranos more force. Take the therapy scenes, which are some of the most important moments in the show. Despite appearing brutish and macho, Gandolfini's character heavily struggles with panic attacks and depression. This is manifested through violent outbursts, self-loathing, and general feelings of hopelessness. He tries to get the best of his emotions, but they end up overpowering him almost every time.
Tony! Come on!
How is this heavyweight mob boss able to appear so vulnerable in front of the audience and his closest friends while retaining his dignity? Well, that's the neat part. He doesn't. Rather than opening up, he shuts them out and transforms his depression and anxiety into loathing and aggression against them. More outbursts towards his friends and family, which pivots into more self-loathing when in therapy.
One suicide is bad enough, but two? They can both go fuck themselves.
To truly understand how his performance anchors the show, we have to look at the bodily performance Gandolfini utilized. The first is his breathing. Gandolfini made Tony's breathing a character of its own, the heavy, nasal respiration of a man constantly suffocating under the weight of his own secrets. In many scenes, he isn't speaking, he's just existing, and that existence sounds labored. It communicates to the audience that being Tony Soprano is physically exhausting work. The panic attacks aren't just plot points, they are the inevitable result of a body that cannot contain the pressure placed upon it. He didn't just play a mobster, he played a walking heart attack. This brings us to the sad clown archetype, twisted into sad monster. When Tony walks, his shoulders are slumped. When he sits, he doesn't just sit, he collapses into the chair. This body language tells the truth that his words refuse to admit. In therapy, he lies to Dr. Melfi with his words, but Gandolfini tells the truth to the audience with his posture. We root for him not because he is a cool anti-hero, but because we can see a human being trapped inside a monster's body. James Gandolfini passed away in 2013, but the shadow of Tony Soprano looms large over every television performance that followed. He proved that a character didn't need to be likable to be loved, they just needed to be real. Ultimately, the violence of vulnerability is the tragedy of his character. He was a man who felt things too deeply in a world that demanded he feel nothing. Gandolfini showed us that the scariest thing about a monster isn't its size or villainy, it's his pain. More recent notable and praised performances include Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt, The Drop with Tom Hardy, and Zero Dark 30 with Jessica Chastain. His most notable performance will always be The Sopranos, but we can't dismiss how impactful all of his other roles were. Thank you for watching.
Parker's never won anything, and I feel the same way. I don't know what I'm doing here, but thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press. First of all, I'd like to thank the writers of the show.